Here now, George Papadopoulos, former Trump campaign aide and author of Deep State Target. Very interesting story, and good to see you again tonight, George. Thanks for being here. Does it surprise you at all that some of these countries, when Bill Barr and John Durham come knocking on the door and asking questions, that they might be a little bit concerned?
I actually wasn't shocked at all. I mean, because I lived this story. So basically in 2016, people have to remember what kind of governments were in place in countries like Australia, Italy, the UK. These were not friendly to what Trump was pronouncing to the American public and around the world. America First, while it was music to the Americans' ears, was vitriol to these countries. So when I was dealing with ministers and various diplomats from these countries, each one of them was basically relaying to me that we believe that Donald Trump's candidacy would be a threat to global order, and we do not support it. And then all of a sudden, these various countries are sending spies and other mechanisms to try and undermine our campaign.
Now, I know that Bill Barr has your entire testimony that was given behind closed doors, and no doubt that is in their big, briefing packet of information that they've gone through. John Brennan, former head of the CIA, seems very concerned about all of this. Watch this.
William Barr, when he was testifying in front of Congress, he said he didn't understand the predication of the counterintelligence investigation that was launched into Russia's interference in the 2016 election. I don't understand the predication of this worldwide effort to try to uncover dirt, either real or imagined. I don't understand the predication of this worldwide effort to try to uncover dirt, either real or imagined. I don't understand the predication of this worldwide effort to try to uncover dirt, either real or imagined, that would discredit that investigation in 2016 into Russian interference.
He sounds like he thinks that it's all, it's all made up, silly stuff, George. What do you say to him?
We have evidence that Ukraine was designated as a country to find quote-unquote dirt on Paul Manafort, which resulted in his resignation. We also have growing evidence now that the UK and Australia were overtly and actively working with the CIA at the highest levels to spy on the Donald Trump campaign. William Barr and John Durham are not on a wild goose chase around and eating pasta in Rome or visiting the Tower of London in the UK or, speaking to Australian officials because they have nothing else to do. These countries were willfully complicit in what I believe is it was an international conspiracy to undermine the Donald Trump campaign and assure that if he was elected president, that he would be handcuffed because they had vested interests in assuring that his America First policies would not be the ones that would be implemented. I lived it. I spoke to these diplomats, and I know what they wanted.
So you have so many examples of different people that sort of touched on you and took you out for drinks and wanted to get information from you and fed you information that they hoped would turn up other places, even $10,000 that was dropped in your lap. And then a bunch of FBI agents also meet you at the airport and say, where's the money? So much of this just does not add up. But before, I let you go, give us the one example. Why is the former Prime Minister of Italy, Renzi, why is he considering suing you?
Well, apparently, right as Attorney General Barr and John Durham, by the way, were on an official trip to Italy visiting with their various intelligence agencies and the Prime Minister himself, the former Prime Minister of Italy, Matteo Renzi, who was actually governing the country in 2016 when all of this suspicious behavior was going on from Joseph Mifsud, he goes on a rant against the president, and then he says that he wants to sue me for $1 million, and all I have to say is I welcome discovery in any lawsuit.
Well, if there's nothing to be worried about, then none of these folks would be worried or concerned about any of it. Bill Barr, go ask all the questions you want. There's absolutely no connection. Who knows what he will find and John Durham will find, but we will be watching as it all comes out to see. George Papadopoulos, always good to see you. Thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thanks, Martha.